Name, please.
Hobson.
First name?
Laura.
That's correct. Thank you.
Clarinet. Sagittarius. Favorite color, blue.
Granny? Bulb's gone. I do want everything right for Malcolm.
Well, you know where they are.
I'll do it, Sir Arnold.
Oh, you're too kind to an old man.
Sir?
It's Malcolm Finiston for the rehearsal.
You're not on my list, Mr. Finiston.
Temple. There was a porter in my day called Temple. Ted Temple.
My father, sir.
How is old Ted?
He's not what he was.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Sir?
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
How long since your last confession?
Help me.
I don't bite. Not unless I have to. Right, let's see what you're made of.
Tonight, then. So I'll be all clear for Friday. Friday, 3:15. When I'll have an excess of joy.
Give yourselves a bravo.
Bravissimo, Malcolm, surely. Bravissimo.
And just watch the penultimate marking. It's a Celorando, not Poco Puma, Sir Lady Raven.
It's still Gwen to you.
Right, until tomorrow.
Temple? Temple? Temple, have you seen the master? He hasn't been home yet.
All right, Rose.
Morning, Dad.
Morning.
Oops. I'll come back later. Try knocking next time.
I did, as it happens.
Not loud enough, clearly.
Sorry, Babs. Don't talk to her like that.
Why not? It's not a mortal sin, is it?
I am seriously late.
Professor Andrew Crompton, Master of Gresham College, took a tumble and hit his head.
Suspicious?
Signs of a struggle, and his face is scratched.
He fell backwards down the stairs by the look of it and bumped his way down. But the fatal impact was probably the wound to his right temple.
When he hit the floor?
Yes. I was at Gresham College yesterday.
Oh, practicing for your concert.
Rehearsing, yes.
Is there a difference?
What about these scratches?
Someone's clawed at him. I practice alone. Together we rehearse.
Attack, defence?
I'm not Mystic Meg.
More like Bilk.
Who?
He played the clarinet too.
Back in the olden times.
Well, there certainly was a fight.
What about access?
It's a swipe card system at street level. I've asked for the records for the last 24 hours.
And an entry phone. What was he doing here?
Sir, this was on the floor downstairs.
Angular separation. Physics?
Luminosity is astrophysics. Stargazing.
Next, the thing you've all been waiting for, dark matter and black holes. Oh, glad you could join us, Jez.
Yeah, sorry. Someone lend us some paper.
Police were called to the observatory early this morning when the body was discovered by a cleaner. It is understood the death of Professor Andrew Crompton is being treated as suspicious.
Mr.
The
Temple.
observatory will remain closed for the rest
Ted.
of the day, according to university authorities.
Dr. Ransome.
And staff and students affected by the closure are asked to await further announcements and to
Hello,
contact the
Ted.
Department for Information.
He's a naughty, wicked man.
Historian who
I
has
know
served
all
as
about
master
it.
of Gresham College since 1997. He was 56.
Nice one.
Have you heard about Crompton?
What?
He's dead.
When? How?
Thank you.
He fell down the observatory stairs yesterday and smashed his head. Thanks. You liked him, didn't you?
Yeah. Do you like me? God, that's sad.
I can come back any time, Mrs. Crompton. Thank you, Mrs. Temple. Let's keep things as normal as possible, shall we? Are you all packed for your move?
Nearly. Roger's very organised.
I imagine he is. Hello? Thank you, Mr. Temple. Send them over, would you? It's the police.
Anything you need, you just ask, all right?
Are we right for the master's house?
Through the quad.
Right.
Was he murdered?
Why do you say that?
I doubt the police would send a senior detective and a sergeant for tea and sympathy after an accident. And he had no reason to take his own life. So I'm assuming the involvement of a third party.
It's a possibility we have to consider.
Someone killed Andrew.
When did you last see him?
Late afternoon, briefly. I spent the evening here alone, and I went to bed early. When I woke up, he hadn't come home.
What would he have been doing at the observatory?
He was a keen amateur astronomer. The department kindly let him use the telescope.
Did he let you know that's where he'd be last night?
No, but that wasn't unusual. We weren't joined at the hip.
Can you think of anyone he might have been meeting?
He preferred his heavenly contemplations to be solitary.
Do you know anyone who might have wanted to hurt him?
No.
Might this be his?
It's not his writing. You'd better ask Gwen Rayburn, senior lecturer in astrophysics. That's her. We spent the occasional weekends on our narrowboat with the Rayburns. Cramped, cosy.
Was that Arnold Rayburn, then?
It is. The composer.
Oh, Rayburn, right. We'll keep you informed, Mrs. Crompton.
Arnold Rayburn is the grand old man of English music. National treasure if it wasn't for the stubborn atonality of his later compositions.
Fancy.
Splendid idea, Lady Rayburn.
Gwen Rayburn,
Yes?
we're police officers looking into Professor Crompton's death. Inspector Lewis.
Sergeant Hathaway, Lady Rayburn.
It's unbelievable. Andrew was... Some people are irreplaceable, aren't they?
We found this in the observatory and wondered if you recognize it.
It's Jez Haydock. He's one of my students. He was missing it earlier.
Do you know where we might find him?
I saw him going out. Would you like me to give him that back for you? Temple, sir, head porter.
You're all right, Mr. Temple. But if you do see him, would you give us a call?
Pleased to oblige. Mr. Haydock's an exemplary young man, if you want my opinion.
Not sure that we do, Mr. Temple.
No, of course not. Excuse me.
Any idea what caused him to fall?
Not yet, no.
Well, goodbye. Oh, sorry.
Wouldn't have told me she was Lady Rayburn.
Didn't seem important.
No, it wouldn't to you.
But, I can give you a clearer idea when I call.
Fine, Mrs. Sleepy. Fine.
Right?
Hello, hello, hello.
Isabel.
Thank goodness for you too.
We'll postpone the concert, of course.
Certainly not. Planets. How appropriate. You could give the performance in his memory.
Good girl.
Do you know anything about astronomy, sir?
Bet you do.
Don't, as it happens.
Wonders will never cease.
Other than a few obvious snippets, Copernicus, say, or the revival of heliocentrism.
It's not all astronomy in here, anyway. Listen, the splendid sight again shall greet our distant children's eyes.
Perhaps Jez is an aspiring writer.
I wonder if that's what Lady Rayburn was so interested in when we showed her it.
You mean Gwen?
You got it. Yeah, that's it.
Be honest. You'll never get round to sorting this like that yourself, will you? Not now. You're costing us more from next month, you old sod. Say something, Dad.
Where's my son? Halley's Comet, of course. Edmund Halley. He lived in Oxford, New College Lane.
No, I didn't know.
It's an obvious snippet. Yeah, Lewis. Did he? Right, thanks. Got a witness says he saw Crompton less than 2 hours before we think he died. One of your lot.
I am running late. Do you want me to hear your confession?
Not when I'm on duty, thanks.
He started coming to Mass 3 months ago. I noticed him, but I had no idea who he was till I saw this.
And yesterday was his first confession?
Yes.
What time was that?
Say 8 when he arrived. There were quite a few waiting, so by the time he left, it would have been around 9.
Did he have much to confess?
A considerable amount, yes. Which, of course, I am unable to share with you.
No, I understand that.
Thank you.
Not sure my inspector will.
You must explain to him, then, the difference between the confessions I hear and those he does. Mine are voluntary and privileged.
Did Professor Crompton say anything outside of the confessional?
He did say something as he went about an excess of joy on Friday. On Friday at 3:15, I'll have an excess of joy.
Jez? Jez, what's the matter?
An excess of joy. What the hell does that mean?
What was he planning on Friday that was going to make him so joyful?
That's all he said.
I'm running a check on this Jez Haydock before we speak to him.
Anything?
Jeremy Michael Haydock, cautioned for cannabis possession last year. Half a joint's worth. Nothing else. Crompton must have said more than that, surely.
Only under the sanctity of the confessional.
Oh, for crying out loud.
No, these things matter, sir. He's completely within his rights.
Now, this is the 21st century. We're investigating a possible murder.
And he's constrained by his priestly conscience.
His priestly conscience obstructs my investigation. I'll crucify him.
You said Jez Haydock's back?
I'll take you over, sir. Are there developments? Mr. Finiston, Sir Arnold and Lady Rayburn are expecting you. Luncheon at high table.
Yeah, I know.
And there's post for you.
Here, I'm staying at the old parsonage.
By hand. I didn't see who left it. Right. Oh, excuse me. Roger Temple. Mrs. Leeming. Well, it's not the best time. Well, what's that in round figures? How much? How was Mrs. Crompton when you saw her, Doctor? Dr. Ransome, Inspector.
Is Mrs. Crompton okay?
She's not ill. I am her GP, but a friend more, Ella Ransome.
Inspector Lewis, Oxfordshire Police, Sergeant Hathaway.
Doctor.
Isabel said, she said that you think Andrew was murdered.
Would that surprise you?
Yes. Well, yes, of course it would. If I can help in any way.
Thanks.
Oh, Mr. Temple, I wanted to drop by later and have a word with you about your father. Will you both be in?
Any time after 7, Doctor. This way, gentlemen.
Malcolm finished to Materia in the 1970s, and Sir Arnold was his tutor. Hello?
And now he wants to be top fella of some big American orchestra.
Yeah, he's in the running for music director for the Pacific Symphonia. Sir Arnold's on the board.
How's the booking going? We're very nearly sold out. Good. Well, I should hope so.
Don't be so vain. The Oxford Concert Ensemble has a very loyal following.
I think you'll have to concede, my darling, that Malcolm is responsible at least for some of the box office boom.
All right, some.
Jupiter was on the stodgy side last night.
It was only our first rehearsal with the maestro.
Well, I'll soon G you up. The bassoonist wasn't bad.
Is that her boyfriend?
Yes, he's one of my astrophysics lot. Interesting boy. Devout Catholic, but uncomfortable in Oxford.
Please stand.
Benedict Domine, donatua quae de largitate, sumus sumpture et concedes.
Today's special.
Salubrita nutriti tibi debitum obsequium praestare valeamus.
Toad in the hole.
Per Christum
Spotted
Dominum
dick.
nostrum. Amen.
Amen.
I'll fetch Mr. Haydock for you. More discreet.
It's only a glorified canteen, for God's sake.
Ta, I only realised this morning.
You know about the master?
bad, yeah. You never said where you found this.
You never said where you lost it.
The observatory? I was there yesterday.
When?
Dinner time, latest. Round 12:30.
What about last night? Where were you then?
Here, studging.
You sure?
He called me from here, if you must know.
And you are?
Kate Cameron. I'm reading law and my father's a judge.
Bully for him.
So I know a little about how the police are meant to behave.
And how is that?
You told them once where you were. Is asking a second time tends towards oppressive questioning.
Could we have a word, Miss Cameron?
Jez Haydock. What time was that? No, that's very useful. Thank you.
What'd you say to her?
She wasn't doing you any favours with her impression of Lady Muck.
You never.
Well, not in those words, but she got the message.
You're not doing yourself any favours either. Your swipe card was used at the observatory last night. 10:29, sir.
Which fits the estimated time of our suspicious death, Jez. When you and Kate told us you were here.
I lied. It's what you do when the busies ask you a question where I'm from. Kate doesn't know.
What were you doing at the observatory?
Chatting with Prof. Crompton. I went to fetch a book.
What were you talking about?
The transit of Venus. When you can see the planet Venus crossing in front of the sun.
Anything more down to earth? Did he mention something that was happening on Friday afternoon?
No.
And it was just you and him there?
Just us, honest.
Right, that's all for now. Next time we ask you a question, which we will, take a tip. Don't lie.
Nice T-shirt.
Ta.
Kate, can we speak, please?
There's nothing to say.
Listen to me. If he loves you, he'll understand.
Well, there's the charity shop stuff ready to take in the morning.
Can the home do that? Just put up Ted's care fees, just like that?
We'll manage. He's not having second best.
That'll be the doctor.
Hello, Doctor. How's my dad?
He's not doing too well, I'm afraid.
Hi, Doctor.
Dad's getting worse.
It's what happens, I'm afraid. Look, you may find Ted saying unpleasant things. Don't be hurt by them, will you?
How do you mean?
This morning, he was insisting that you, Mrs. Temple, had a long-standing sexual relationship with a master.
What on earth put that idea into his head?
The wires get crossed is the best way of explaining it.
Thanks, Doctor. Thank you for telling us. We must get on.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Oh, don't. It's horrible.
No, Dad's right. Crompton was having a bit of naughty on the side, but not with you, dear.
I know it wasn't. Thank you.
Isn't she lucky Dad's confused?
What? The Master and Dr. Ransome?
I've seen them at it. Sort of. I should tell the police.
Well, why do you always have to get involved with everything?
Duty. Sense of. I'll pop that stuff along to the charity shop now, leave it on the doorstep. Save time in the morning.
Thy return posterity shall witness. Years must roll away. Then at length, the splendid sight again shall greet our distant children's eyes.
What makes someone turn to religion?
Imminent death.
There is that.
But Professor Crompton didn't know he'd be pushed down those stairs. Did his wife know he'd started attending St. Anne's?
We'll be asking her. And talking to some close friends of theirs too, the Rayburns.
So, he used his swipe card to enter the observatory at 9:30. Jez Haydock uses his around about an hour later. There are no other card holders between Professor Crompton arriving and his body being discovered.
No, but there was also an entry phone, so either one of them could have buzzed someone up.
Any useful DNA or prints?
No matches on either.
There's a Gwen Rayburn here with a swipe card. Is she one of the friends?
Yeah, senior lecturer on Jez's course.
And what do we make of Jez?
Well, I reckon he's just a nice lad. Trying his best, probably.
Certainly would be better.
Mom.
Try to understand, please.
Just go, yeah?
Who told you? Can't I just explain?
Don't waste your breath. Go on. Go. If you won't.
Jez!
Right.
Morning.
Jez, hold on a minute.
Good for him. Narrow escape.
What?
Oh, it's just type, you know? No, Mr. Temple today. Hasn't turned up. No matter where he's got to.
It's a shame, we're really going to miss him.
Yeah.
How dreadful, Mrs. Temple. Yes, I quite understand. Yes, goodbye. Our head porter was mugged last night.
Well, we didn't hear anything about that.
Oh, he was badly hurt, so he got himself home and didn't bother to report it. Have you news?
Just more questions, I'm afraid.
Fire away.
Did you know your husband had been attending St. Anne's Church?
Church? Andrew? I think not. He was most definitely lapsed.
Well, according to the priest, he'd been going there regularly for the last 3 months.
Oh. So that's where he disappeared to. Dear me. I'd started to think he was having an affair. But that's where he was. Why, though?
I was hoping you might know.
I can't help you. It's a complete surprise.
Had he mentioned anything about this Friday afternoon? An appointment specifically at 3:15?
No. I'm gonna miss him like hell.
Thank you for waiting.
It was easy, sir.
That's a favourite piece of Andrew's we'll be playing at his memorial. Although, we're a little bit rusty performing together.
I understand you and the master were very close, and Mrs. Crompton, too.
Oh, Lord, we all go back a frighteningly long way.
Arnold and I met and married when I was a very junior lecturer.
In fact, it was the master who introduced us. Andrew was the most marvellous man, you know? He was so good with all the undergraduates.
And of course, his passion for astronomy endeared him to me.
Would you say it was a happy marriage?
Why?
I understand that you're friends, but it's something we have to ask.
Rock solid.
Boringly so.
Like us.
And just for the record, Tuesday night you were where?
You mean you want our alibis?
At home together after rehearsals, TV and takeaway.
Tie.
He's mad for his sticky rice. Incidentally, did you ever reunite Jez and his notebook?
Sorry, but Arnold, we're awaited by a media frenzy.
Oh, Lord, yes. Local TV are doing us live, so there's no way out of it. Gwynedd, darling, come along.
We did, yeah.
Did what?
Returned Jez's book to him.
Oh, good.
Lucky getting Malcolm Finiston for your concert.
Arnold nurtured his talent as a student. Malcolm simply returning the favour.
Oh, nice surprise.
Is Roger here?
Won't be long. Coming in.
Ta.
What is it? Want some home cooking?
And Isabel Crompton has insisted that we go ahead with the concert in memory of her late husband. The master, you know, was a very special man to all of us.
Indeed. Now, Sir Arnold, both you and Lady Rayburn knew Mr. Finiston more than a quarter of a century ago.
Quarter of a century? 25 years. Sounds kinder?
Much kinder.
And you're off soon to Seattle to take over the baton, so to speak, of the Pacific Symphonia.
Well, that's yet to be confirmed, so for now I'm concentrating on making a performance by such an
Burglars, robbers, thieves, robbers, burglars, naughty, wicked.
I wish you all the
I
very
know
best.
all about it.
When is the concert?
Ted! Police!
It's tomorrow.
How serious do you think Mrs. Crompton was about the master having an affair?
I'm not sure. You're wondering if Gwen Rayburn's tears were for more than just an old friend?
Mm-hmm. There's definitely something in that notebook. She asked me whether we'd returned it to Jez.
I should have thought.
Oh, don't worry, sir, I did. I ran off a copy.
You're not so green as your cabbage looking, are you?
What?
Tell me if you think this is a really, really bad idea.
What do you take me for? Undercover clarinet? Too busy getting the notes in the right order to spy for you?
Not spy, Laura. Just keep your eyes open.
And your ears.
Oh, ears too now, is it? You got your tickets yet? For the performance? It's in a good cause. So that's, 2 each? Top price?
Done.
Quite.
Stolen, Mrs. Leamy. What does he think he's missing? Can I get back to you? All in order?
Yep.
That eye looks tasty. I heard you got in a spot of bother last night.
It was a couple of kids. They wanted my phone, so I told her to pee off, and one of them threw a lucky punch.
But they didn't take it.
Hey?
You're from?
Oh, they sort of melted off into the dark after they walloped me.
Do you not want to report it?
No, something and nothing.
Do you?
Bye, gentlemen.
Temple would dial 999 if he saw a kid riding a bike on the pavement.
Maybe he was embarrassed.
His lookout.
Malcolm, do you have a second?
Yeah. I don't know what you feel about the beginning of this.
Roger's ever so grateful to the master for nudging us up the waiting list for the flat.
Andrew was very fond of your husband.
And I'll save on fares so close to college. And every penny counts now with Ted.
Oh, poor old Ted. Must be difficult.
It's not him anymore. He looks the same, but it's not him. Has the police come up with anything?
Only questions. No answers. Dr. Ransome's coming over.
Well, you need friends at a time like this.
Yes. And the thing with Ella is, selfishly, she's my friend, not Andrew's and mine. They scarcely knew each other. Which means her grief is for me, not him. If that makes sense.
I expect so.
Stop. Will you play it? Don't scratch it.
It all sounded splendid to me, Malcolm.
Well, with respect, Arnold, you're there and I'm here. Right, the anacrusis, please. 8 bars after Andante Maestoso. And this is Jupiter, the bringer of jollity. So jolly yourselves up, please, for God's sake, all of you. Apologies, Arnold.
Apology accepted.
Oh, Gwen?
I did call you, by the way, to see about dinner.
Oh, yes, sorry about that. I turned my phone off. I didn't realize till later.
I also called your room. Reception said you weren't answering.
Well, I was there. Gwen?
You okay, Kate? No. What is this?
Oh, look.
It's a bluff, isn't it?
Well, how do I know?
Do something.
Why can't...
Hi. Hi, Gwen.
I'm back! Darling? Darling?
According to my watch, life was extinct at 3:48.
But you didn't see anyone.
No, only the master's wife. Whoever did it must have run back through and left the other way as I went in. There was a door open.
Well, the room's unoccupied. We think they must have hid there and waited. Yeah, I'll get you a lift home.
Oh, fine.
I'm not arguing. Can you take Dr. Hobson home, John? Any sign of a weapon?
Well, we know what it was. 2 spent cartridges, .22 caliber.
Small ball?
It's a gun club in the basement.
A what?
It's not exactly Fort Knox.
So,
everything's still in place.
So it was one of those fired the shots, and then the killer put it back.
So it would seem. I've alerted ballistics.
OK, lads. What about access to the gun store? This lock's not been forced.
Well, officially, keys are kept by designated gun club officers and then signed out to members who want to use the range.
And unofficially?
Membership's a short-term thing. Students come and go, keys are lost, forgotten, and replaced.
So there could be several of them floating about from over the years. Is there an official spare set?
Porter's Lodge.
If getting hold of the weapon was easy, the killer still had to come down a corridor or across a quad past windows, broad daylight, carrying a rifle without being noticed. I mean, how the hell would you do that?
Here comes our little helper. Inspector!
Mr. Temple?
I could have some information for you, sir. Terence, would you give us a few moments, please? Of course. Thank you. Dr. Ransome had a secret, and so did the master. Their secret was each other.
Oh, they were having an affair.
I found out by accident. 3 months back, the master asked me to call him a taxi for the station. This was in front of Mrs. Crompton. But I knew the driver, and he told me that, actually, the master went to Dr. Ransome's flat.
Hardly proof of an affair, Mr. Temple.
She picked him up in her car once when he told Mrs. Crompton he'd be lecturing. And Tuesday afternoon, I saw them coming out of his boat together.
Tuesday?
That night, dead. Now so's Dr. Ransome.
I got you a cheese and pickle, Rog. What with all this going on?
Thanks, dear. My wife, Babs, she scouts here.
We saw you yesterday when we wanted Mrs. Crompton.
That's it.
Did you see or hear anything when Dr. Ransome was shot?
Well, I heard the kerfuffle. I was cleaning my nephew's room. Oh, sorry, it just slipped out.
Your nephew?
Jeremy Haydock.
Jez's mum's Babs' sister, but we don't say.
Why not?
I don't think it matters, but Rog...
You know what they're like. Well, some of them. He'd never hear the end of it if they knew his auntie and uncle were college servants.
We liked Dr. Ransome. She was very good with Ted.
Our dear old dad. He was head porter here before me. Dr. Ransome was the GP at his care home.
Is there anything else?
No, thanks.
You must sign that tenancy today.
I will. Panic ye not. We're moving into a college flat next week. Going up in the world. The master fixed it for us.
About the spare set of keys for the rifle range.
I thought you'd ask that. I keep them locked up. Spare key to the door and to the gun store.
Are the 2 killings linked? Or is this head porter letting his imagination run away with him?
Well, in my experience, head porters don't need imagination. They've got a nose for unfortunate secrets.
Huh? What did they catch you at, then?
Nothing.
You must have been a very well-behaved student, James.
Oh, very lucky.
Just careful. Rifle Club membership list.
Anyone of interest?
Kate Cameron.
That's Jez Haydock's girlfriend?
Yeah.
Isabel Crompton.
So, if Temple's right, that puts her in the frame for both murders, as the betrayed and vengeful wife.
Well, I suppose it's possible that she could have fired off the shot and then rushed back to make it look like she'd just come out of her house. But the timing would have been tight.
Plus, she'd have to return the rifle.
Now, that's what I don't get. No one noticed.
Could Mrs. Crompton have been at the observatory on Tuesday night?
She doesn't have an alibi, but the only person we can definitely place at the scene is Jez, and he did lie to us.
People obstruct the police for all sorts of reasons. Like your priest, for example.
My priest?
Yeah, if he'd tell us what was going on in Crompton's mind, we might be getting somewhere.
Now, boys. I never knew Dr. Ransome.
She was a college doctor.
Yeah, and I'm dead healthy.
Look, you can see where we're coming from, can't you, Jez? You lied to us about being at the observatory.
I explained that.
You didn't tell us you were related to Mr. and Mrs. Temple.
You didn't ask.
You still kept it a secret.
Only because Rog wanted me to.
Is there anything else you're not telling us? Where were you when Dr. Ransome was killed?
Just walking, thinking.
Well, that's hardly an alibi.
Why do I need an alibi when I haven't even got a motive?
What really happened to the master, Jez?
Maybe you just fell.
How long had you known Dr. Ransome?
10 years. Since she became my GP and then my friend.
And your husband?
Well, he'd met her a few times through me, but she wasn't his doctor. Why?
When I said he'd been visiting St. Anne's Church, you said you wondered whether he'd been having an affair.
I wasn't being serious. In any case, he hardly knew Ella Ransome. And she wasn't the sort. Now, if you'd said Gwen Rayburn, might have been a different matter.
Might it?
Well, she had quite a reputation in the old days. But Andrew wasn't having an affair, was he? Unless you count Mother Church as the other woman. Since you're here, perhaps I should report something. I'm sure someone's been in.
May I?
Of course. Andrew's books have been disturbed. Nothing's missing, as far as I can tell.
So that writing in Jez's notebook is from a poem. Thy return, posterity shall witness. Years must roll away, but then at length the splendid sight again shall greet our distant children's eyes.
Jeremiah Horrocks and the Transit of Venus. Can we borrow this? Bedtime reading. And full of astronomical snippets. What is it you're performing again? The planets?
That's right.
One of them's not Venus by any chance, is it?
Second movement. Venus, the bringer of peace. Why?
Wish I knew. Thanks. Kate Cameron apparently was very angry just before the shooting.
Angry or desperate. When I asked her what was wrong, she just walked out.
Oh, she just had a bust-up with Jez. We saw that.
And what about Lady Rayburn?
I mean, Gwen, she's very down to earth. Hates people using her title.
Good for her.
Well, she left rehearsal in a bit of a state too, just before Kate. But I sort of know what that was about. Text that Finiston received. Seemed to upset both of them.
Well, Finiston goes way back with the Cromptons and the Rayburns.
I don't suppose you...
How on earth would I know what the text was about? Unless I managed to snaffle Finiston's phone for a second when he left it lying around, scrolled through to the message, made a note of it, and the number it came from.
Genius.
Seconded. Revenge is sweet. 077 900 458.
Oh, it's yours, Temple.
Night, Mrs. Crompton. Roger Temple, hello. Hello?
Ready for tonight?
Just one final rehearsal to iron out any remaining nasties, don't you think, darling?
Yes.
Finished, sir.
Not quite, I hope.
Do I detect an atmosphere?
Yesterday's tragic shooting, following so swiftly after Andrew Crompton's death, has threatened to knock us all for 6. However, I know that you will all rise to the occasion and make this evening's performance something really to be remembered. Now, Malcolm would like a word with you, wouldn't you, Malcolm?
For personal reasons and at short notice, I am to be denied the pleasure of conducting this fine orchestra. Events sometimes overtake one. However, I'm sure you will rise to the occasion under the baton of the grand old man of English music.
Not so much of the old, Malcolm. Now,
Morning, sir.
Good read?
Instructive. The transit of Venus was first predicted and observed by this Jeremiah Horrocks in 1639, which is a tiny coincidence, if nothing else.
Is it?
The name is Jeremiah Horrocks, Jeremy Haydock.
Well, stretching a point.
Oh, and Horrocks was a chippy, working-class student astronomer from Liverpool.
Was he?
Studied at Cambridge, though, not Oxford.
Nobody's perfect.
What did Crompton say in the church?
Friday at 3:15, I shall have an excess of joy.
Look at this that he's marked. It's Horrocks' description of a friend of his watching Venus cross the sun.
He stood for some time motionless, scarcely trusting his own senses through excess of joy.
With the head porter looming large on your radar, I wondered if this might be of interest. The call logged yesterday about a theft at Branksfield Sheltered Accommodation. The complainant's a Ted Temple.
Oh, that's Roger Temple's dear old dad.
Have we attended, Mum?
And 2 priority points out of 10. What do you think?
I think we should top up the points. Thanks, Mum. You remember some photos?
No, Doctor.
No, I'm not a doctor. I said before.
Dr. Ransome's not here.
No, Dr. Ransome. She can't come today.
Should I tell the master's wife?
Tell her what, Ted?
About Marilyn Monroe.
Look,
Yeah. Bye, Ted.
Thanks. Because Ted said the photos were stolen, they had to call us. But then they found out it was just Roger Temple having a clear out of a cupboard.
Family snaps or what?
It's Hobson. Hello? What did he say? Why? OK, thanks. Arnold Rayburn's just given Malcolm Finiston the heave-ho from the podium. Bad feeling all round.
You said head porters have a nose for unfortunate secrets.
Like father, like son.
There you are, sir.
Who's your date for tonight?
My date? Chief super, yours?
No takers.
We know how to live, don't we?
Mr. Finiston? Isn't it a bit late in the day to be changing conductors?
Well, that's showbiz, as I've been explaining to Mrs. Crompton, although I think she's secretly rather pleased that Arnold's taken over.
Do you remember the head porter here when you were an undergraduate? Ted Temple? His son's the head porter now.
Yes.
I never went to university, but my sergeant here tells me that head porters pick up all sorts of tittle-tattle.
I had a one-night thing with a newly married lecturer.
Gwen Rayburn.
And we took some rather explicit souvenir photos that went missing from my room.
Did Ted Temple steal them by any chance?
That's what I suspected. But it was the last day of finals, too late to do anything about, too soon to be worth Ted's while to blackmail me.
Until his son got his hands on them.
Yes. The night before last, I gave him a black eye instead of the money he wanted and took the photos back. Unfortunately, he'd held on to a couple and passed them to Arnold in revenge.
Well, that's why he's conducting tonight.
And won't be endorsing my appointment as music director of the Pacific Symphonia.
Well, that's 30 years ago.
Hold on, please, Mr. Temple. Perks of the job.
Do you know how much college servants get paid? Babs is near enough on the minimum wage.
Yeah, you're on a better whack.
Just. In Dad's time, there wasn't even such a thing as a minimum wage. You had to come to a beneficial arrangement with the undergrads and turn a blind eye to their naughties, or you'd never make a decent living.
Well, that depends on your definition of decent.
Why did the master fix it for you to get a college flat? They're like gold dust, those tenancies.
He valued my loyal service.
And did he value your beneficial arrangement? Keeping quiet about seeing him without a ransom?
It's too late to prove that now.
What happened at that observatory? Did you ask him for money as well as the flat? Did he get angry with you?
No. I didn't kill him. I was on duty all evening. You can check.
We know we can.
Is Finiston pressing charges?
Probably not. It's a pity, though.
Can I go?
Do we wait for him?
No, we find him.
Friday, 3:15.
Whatever Crompton expected to happen in half an hour's time, I'll take an educated guess it was happening at the observatory.
Broken down lorry.
Quicker to walk.
No, let's stay put. I think it's clearing.
Hello?
Good call, James.
Thank you, sir.
3:10. What's going on?
We're waiting for Venus to cross the sun in the shape of a little black dot that will appear on that card.
Well, 3:15.
Jeremiah Horrocks established the transit of Venus occurs twice in 8 years, every 122 years. The next transit of Venus isn't due for a good 2 years.
Why are you here, then?
Andrew developed an eccentric theory that Horrocks' predictions were flawed.
It's like a debt of honor to the master, because we love the guy. Come on. Come on.
It's not going to happen, you know.
No.
It never could, Jez. You know the science.
So that's what you were looking for on the narrowboat? Andrew Crompton's theory?
Yes.
Because you'd already spotted something in Jez's notebook.
Me and him had done some calculations. Kept it private. I didn't want people laughing at him. It was only me he trusted. He thought I would... He sort of thought
Jeremiah Horrocks all over again.
Kind of.
The reincarnation of a 17th century astronomer.
They're crazy, I know.
He was losing his mind.
No.
Yes. So sad. So sad. I didn't want to believe it at first, but there's no other way to explain it. Come on, Jez.
Crompton's wires were crossed, like Ted Temple's. That's why he was seeing Dr. Ransome in secret, not because they were lovers, but because he realised he was losing his mind. Get on to Dr. Ransome's health centre, see what they knew.
Okay, thanks. Dr. Magnani, neurologist at the Radcliffe, Crompton's consultant. He's free now.
All right. I think I'll walk it. Hope you remember where you left the car.
Do you ever think you're in Disneyland here? Like it's not real?
On a good day. You always been into planets and stars and that?
Since I was a kid. Dad said, look at the man in the moon. And I said, that's not a man, that's mountains.
He must be proud.
He upped it when I was 6. Ironic, Mam says, here the steady sister marries a chancer. And wild child Babs ends up with boring old Rog. I thought Rog was mad when he said not to let on I was family, but after a week I saw I was better off keeping my mouth shut.
Still a bit snobby, Oxford, but it's getting better.
No, that's okay. It's just Roger's a prat. I don't need the association, know what I mean? Babs is different.
What about Kate?
The creature from Planet Posh.
Had a bust up yesterday.
The big one.
Why?
Oh, God.
Why, Jez? Eh?
Because she's a killer.
This delusion about Jez and the transit of Venus, not just a harmless eccentricity.
He had a brain tumour, it was that. Test results came in on the Monday, and we think Dr. Ransome told him the following day.
Perhaps that's what she wanted to see me about when she was shot.
Did she say she was coming for something in particular?
No, just to see me, but thinking back, she did ask me if there was going to be anyone else around, as if she wanted to tell me something. It explains the church, too. This priest, what's his name?
Father Francis.
What's he like?
I only met him once.
I hope he's kind.
Here are the details of Dr. Magnani. He's more than happy if you to go and speak with him.
Did he say what would have happened to Andrew if he hadn't been killed?
The tumour was aggressive and advanced. Inoperable.
In a very strange way. That's a comfort.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Crompton. Embarrassing for you, sir.
Rather embarrassing. That's like saying Mozart was rather promising. To be cuckolded. 3 months into one's marriage by one's protégé and only finding out about it 30 years later when I am sent the gruesome details by a failed blackmailer. Still, I've made my peace with Gwen.
Mr. Finniston says you've blocked his new post.
I'll let him think so for a while. But I can't really without the other members of the board asking awkward questions. But I'm here because of the shooting yesterday. When I filled in the witness questionnaire, I was so upset that I neglected to say something which may be of importance.
What's that?
Just before Dr. Ransome was killed, I saw her arguing with someone in the orchestra.
Who?
The bassoon.
The name?
Kate Cameron. She's an undergraduate.
We know Miss Cameron. She was already angry before she left the rehearsal, according to Dr. Hobson.
I think Jez is serious about her being a killer.
He wasn't joking.
Here we are, Kate Cameron. Left rehearsal and went straight to my room. I did not see Dr. Ransome or anyone else.
A full house, apparently.
Oh, excellent. I managed to sell 4. Top price, too.
Good girl.
Oh, excuse me a minute.
Do you know where Kate is?
She hasn't arrived yet.
Or break a leg. That's what they say.
I don't think they do.
I'll wait outside.
I didn't know you came here.
I don't. Under normal circumstances.
I feel so empty, Mrs. Temple. I don't know what I'll do.
I was pleased that your husband had decided to return to the church.
Don't take this the wrong way, Father, but he wasn't in his right mind. He had a brain tumor. You knew. What else did he tell you that he didn't tell me?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to reveal what the penitent may confess.
The penitent?
He was my husband.
I'm sorry.
Look, there she is. Kate!
Sorry. What?
You filled in a witness questionnaire after Dr. Ransome was shot,
Yes.
in which she said you went straight back to your room after rehearsal and didn't speak to anybody.
So?
You were seen arguing with Dr. Ransome.
Who saw me?
Why did you lie?
I was upset.
About splitting up with Jez?
Yeah.
What's that got to do with Dr. Ransome?
Can we go somewhere?
Father Francis for your mum.
Just before term started, I had an abortion.
Well, Jez wouldn't have liked that. Is that why he finished with you?
He said I killed his unborn child. Wonderful, isn't it, how people pick and mix morality to suit themselves? I mean, sex outside marriage, whoopee. But when it comes to dealing with the consequences,
Yeah, okay.
Did Dr. Ransome arrange this termination?
yeah. She said I should tell Jez that it was the right thing to do. But I didn't want to. I knew how he'd be.
So, how did he find out?
He wouldn't say. I thought Dr. Ransome had gone ahead and told him without asking me, and that's why I was angry, but she denied it. It was so horrible to her. Then she was killed. And then I realized I was wrong, and she didn't tell Jez.
How do you know?
There was a letter from her with the appointment. I tucked in a book and forgotten it, but today I noticed it somewhere else. Jez must have found it.
Who cleans your room, Kate?
What?
Who's your scout? Is it Mrs. Temple?
Yeah.
Kate, time to go.
I'm coming.
Yeah, go on. I'll have that back, though.
You think Mrs. Temple found the letter and told Jez?
I reckon.
Why not Jez himself?
And why wouldn't he say? If he was angry and finishing the relationship anyway, he'd hardly be worried about admitting they'd been snooping. Point is, was he angry enough?
To shoot an abortionist. And this is Oxford, England, not Oxford, Mississippi.
Yes, Ma'am. OK, we'll meet you by the Porter's Lodge.
Here will we sit and let the sounds of music creep in our ears. Soft stillness and the night become the touches of sweet harmony.
This is Inspector Lewis.
You decided to cooperate at last, sir. Well done.
Inspector?
Thank you for coming, Father.
Are you going to tell me what Andrew Crompton said or not?
No, but what I can tell you is that Jez Haydock came to see me for advice.
Jez?
He overheard an argument that night in the observatory. I told him to follow his conscience.
Jez must be here somewhere. You disgusting waste of space! Get out! He's the one! You, Mr. Finiston, make yourself scarce.
Sir.
Jez, tell them what you told me about the Master and your aunt.
Yeah, see what I mean? It would have been the next best thing to invisible. Stand the rifle up in there, maybe chuck a cloth over it. Wouldn't get a second glance. Neither would she. Mrs. Temple?
Just a sec, if it's all the same.
Gun club.
Luckily with no guns.
Ah.
Ma'am?
Forensics are done, so I authorise their return. I'll get back up.
Oh, no, Mrs. Temple, not that.
I've had enough. Jez can explain.
You can't tell us everything. I can try and work it out, but I don't want to get it wrong. That wouldn't be fair to Mrs. Crompton. Thanks. No, okay.
Did you find a spare key to the gun store?
Yeah.
You and the master.
He is.
Since right back when Ted Temple was the head porter.
I never knew old Ted knew. He must have seen Andy and me together. Andy thought I was lovely and exciting.
He knew about his tumour.
When he touched me, it was getting harder to feel me, that's how he put it. And then these odd ideas he kept having, he knew they were daft. Tuesday afternoon, Dr. Ransome told him that there was nothing more that the hospital could do for him.
Out, please.
No, he can stay. Father Francis told Andy that he should clear the slate, so he said that he was going to tell his wife everything and just be with her and not with me. I couldn't take it.
So what happened?
I hung on to him. And he tried to get me off him, and then he was just falling down the stairs. And did you tell them that you came to the observatory to get a book and you heard us arguing?
Yeah. I should have let you own up like you wanted, but I said don't because she didn't mean to kill him, so it's not murder, right?
Did she tell you she killed Dr. Ransome?
What? Why?
Well, Rog said that it was his duty to tell the police about her and Andrew.
You knew we'd question her. She'd deny it. She might put two and two together.
Especially after what Ted told her about Andy and me. So I phoned her up to see what she knew, and out it all came. And she said that she was going to have to tell you and Mrs. Crompton.
So, you stopped her.
Andy thought you were ever such a clever boy with all your stars and planets.
Come on. Time to go, eh?
Yeah. I've had enough. Tell your mum. Sorry.
No!
Well, she'll live.
Thanks to Hathaway.
James.
Robbie sort him out.
Ready to go?
Yeah, we're fine.
I was looking forward to that concert.
Do you think we'll be able to get our money back?
Worth a try. Although, actually, I'm more of a Wagner man myself. Especially if the conductor's Knappert's push.
Bless you.